Okay family, this is how you can cook more efficiently in the kitchen. I got 5 tips for you. Tip number 1, you want to match the burner size with the pot size, okay? If your pot is really small, use a small burner. 50% of the heating element is in the outer 30% of the circle, okay? So if you got a really small pot on a big burner, you're not using at least 50% of the heating element. Point number 2, you want to use full heat in the beginning to bring the water up to a boil, but then once it's reached a boil, you want to bring it down so that the water is simmering, okay? If you keep on heating that water, then you're going to vaporize it, turn it into steam, and that takes a ton of energy. Point number 3, if you're using gas, you want your flame to be a blue color, not orange, not yellow. Orange or yellow flames signify an inefficient combustion. Point number 4, you want to make sure if you're using an electric stove or an induction stove that your heating element and the bottom of your pan are both clean. This maximizes reflection, which means more efficiency by up to 10% just by having to clean surfaces. And finally, you want to use a lid, okay? To raise 1 quart of water to a boil takes 280 BTU, or we'll just say 280 units of energy. To raise 1 quart of water, to turn that into steam, that takes 1940 BTU, or units of energy, okay? Alright folks, one last interesting statistic. If you're going to bring 1 quart of water to a boil and then let it simmer for 20 minutes, if you use like the best practices here, like these 5 things that I just said, it's going to use about 500 units of energy, or 500 BTU, okay? If you use the worst practices, you would use approximately 9,250 BTUs. That is a huge difference.